The ground zero are going to be starting off on the terrorist side here. We're going to be having Mindfreak. DT side. An early push into tunnels for Swerzen and Zune. See, early hold, back a bedroom. Ground zero pushing into the top of mid, picking a few fights through the smoke. Swerzen's going to be taking the first shots at Vision with success. And they've caught wind of an attack on the long side. Trox is going to be pushing through with a flash. Cairo getting a double kill. Falling back, climbing up the boxes. Fortunately able to do that now. They're not stuck down there. And only one player left of Apok, and Swerzen is going to pick them up. 3k for Swerzen. Round 0, unsuccessful in the first round of the half. And we're going to be having a one player on the B side. The Mindfreak ground zero going to be making an early push to little success. The hands of Zune. Blinded though, Damo is going to be picking up one and following him with the second to Cairo on long, and they're pushing up the A site now as Crunchy gets one through the CT side. Tuck's backing him up with an SSG, dropping that. Might be looking to go through the smoke. He's not. He picks up a Tech 9 and falls back to retrieve his dropped gun. Terrorists have fallen back. Crunchy is expecting to see them come through middle. Tuck's making a rotate, but PZ has alerted Mindfreak that how have we ended up behind the player there? Crunchy takes out Damio, but PZ gets back on Crunchy. Tux is on the site, expecting a quick push through mid. But the bomb on PZ's back is going to be making its way up long shortly. Checking around the corners he is. Tux is holding the long angle through CT. Sees his feet and gets the kill. PZ unsuccessful. Not so sure what's happening with the auto director. And we're into the third round here on Dust2. An early Molotov being thrown to stop a B rush. Suppose they're expecting that. With a half buy in the last round, they're going to be pulling an eco. Might have been doing an eco rush. Tux, not a fan of his teammate, doing a bit of damage. But 3 of Ground Zero are going to be pushing through the lower tunnels. Zune is holding down long, where they've pushed the last couple of rounds. Not this time, though. Noise is being made mid-doors. And that's going to be heard by Tux falling back into CT as the terrorists now make a jump up onto short. The angle is being held by Zune. Tux is down in CT. We're expecting the push, and we're going to get it. Heads are shown. We fall down into CT. Little successes. Zune and Tux are sitting there. And the 4 of them all fall very quickly. Swears and picking up the last one through CT. And that's a third round for Mindfreak on the board. Not much success for ground zero at the moment. Vision lined up for an early smoke. Are they going to be pushing long? Fast push long? No. I believe that's actually a short smoke. Bit of a slower round for the T's here. Losing one early. Vision unsuccessful. Throwing a smoke to remove the vision, and then the counter-terror shooting back to remove his. PZ with a big green here for the first time on Dust2. Can he do something with it? Whereson is going to have heard that noise. Going to know that something is happening through CT. He gets the first, but quickly traded. There's another one in CT to get back, and Crunchy picks up two. PZ not being very successful with the AWP, but Damio falling as well. Cairo is trying to push through onto the B side, and that is unsuccessful as Crunchy is able to pick him up from CT. And for the first gun round that Dust2 has seen, we've seen yet another round go towards Mindfreak. What is it that... What can Ground Zero do? Can't go long because that gets hold. They can't go short. That gets... And with Tux picking up the AWP from PZ, he's going to be looking down mid... Has something been heard over on the B site? As Tux makes a rotate to the B site with the big green. And they're flooding out. Ground Zero are flooding out the B site. Vision is dead. Damio picks one up. Tux successful on the AWP to Drox. Damio another one. A missed shot from Tux. Another missed shot from Tux. Flashes over the wall. Zune picks him up. And Zune picks up a second one. A very successful round for Mindfreak once more. Tux picking up PZ quickly. That is the opponent's AWP dealt with quickly. Quick push back to the A side for the CTs. As the Ts are starting to head towards the B side. Momentum slows. Smoke for B doors. As the bomb heads towards short. And a nade has broken it. Cautious of that AWP in CT. AK does not push through, but from short, swears and picks up one and gets shut down from the top of mid. Big Green has seen the head of APOC. Doesn't pull the trigger. Vision does. Picks up Cairo on the A side. Drox another onto Crunchy. There's two onto A. Zune is dead. It's a 1-on-3 for Mindfreak. Surrounded on the A side in CT. Tux picks up one onto Drox, but cannot get a second. Ground Zero picks up their first round on Dust2. Thanks to some heroics from APOC. A 3K for the round. Early smokes being thrown for Tux. Double AWP set up here for the CT side. Going to be taking on only the single AWP of PZ on the opponents. Vision dead quick. The second AWP is shown. Picks up a kill into the tunnels. Falls away quickly. We have 3 in CT. Could be dangerous. Only one person alone on the B side. Doesn't look to be where they're going to be holding. Zune picks up 1, picks up 2. The bomb is dropped in middle. PZ is alone in tunnels. Both AWPs still alive. At the CT side, there's an AK dropped. Would be nice to change out that A1S for the AK. Not much money here for the CT side. If the AWP can pick up any damage, that would be very important. If the AWP could actually isolate one of the opponent AWPs, find success in that duel, then that would be good money lost for the opponents. As we let the time drain out. Going to be a 6th round here for Mindfreak. Not losing a single team member this round. As mentioned, the lack of funds. He's cautious, but all caution is thrown to the wind as a couple of quick pushes are thrown, and PZ at the 11th hour is taken down by Cairo. That means that PZ's got no money. Only $1,200 going into the 7th round, the 8th round. The 7th round. That was... Only pistols for ground 0 here as they're going to be flooding out. Bedroom very quickly. Some good ground has been picked up, but ultimately you're taking on the longest part of the map with some pistols. It's not going to go well, and they've obviously discovered the similar storyline as they're heading back to the B side very quickly. Fortunately, there is only one player on the B site. So if they can get a quick kill and get in, that helps, but Sound has been alerted. Zune picks up 1, Crunchy with a double before a trade onto Zune, Crunchy with a 3rd. Swerves to close out the round. And a 7th for Mindfreak. They seem unstoppable. And another rifle round comes out for ground 0. Can they find more success? PZ only with a scout, but as we know, a headshot is all you need. Rocks with the first, it's a good start. Crunchy getting a little bit too eager there. The top of B. Swerves and trades that back onto the scout of PZ. The AWP is known, 1 of 2. Ground 0 is going to be very well aware that there is a second AWP in play. They've fallen to it before. And Cairo from the back. Top of mid falls away. Falling back, going to be heading back through the bedroom to A, but that's the wrong call as they flood out B now. 3 of them heading out with a bomb. We've got Zune on 1. Drox has traded back. Drox has picked up 2, and they've got the sights. The bomb can go down. Now in a 2-on-2 retake. CT's hiding in the smoke. We got one behind the car. And that's all you need. Quick and easy. Second round for ground 0. And a timeout has been called quickly to discuss their options heading in to round number 10. Obviously, we've got the money to buy. APOC has only got $1,600, so he's not looking good. We retain the double AWP setup on the CT side. Obviously, this is something that Mindfreak wish to play with. Not their map pick, not familiar territory. But they like the look of the double AWP setup. And round number 10, here we go. It is a quick push on to into the halls. The terrorist side, not going to be doing anything with it. We're sitting by. Smoke blown open for Swerzen, sees nothing onto short. Makes a quick rotate back onto the B side, which is the good call. Many flashes, lots of flashes. Crunchy picks one up in the AWP, Swerzen picks up another. Missed shot, and now it's a 1v3 for the rest of the side. Vision picking up Crunchy, and Damio picking up Swerzen. Is now a 3-on-3 retake as the CTs hurry their way into the side. Vision picking up Zune. The bomb is yet to go down. A smoke and a bit of damage. And a Molotov keeping the CTs out of the sight. The bomb still yet to go down here for ground 0. Sort of lost in limbo at the moment. It's been picked up and the plant is going down. There is a boost for the car position. PZ picking up the first. Cairo trading one back onto the AWP. Eventually getting traded once more. And it is a 7-3 to Mindfreak. Ground 0. Still yet to find some good success here. The T half. Double push up short. Not going to counter much for the moment. A 4-stack on B, heading into lower tunnels. The bomb on B. But PZ, more importantly, with the big green, his gun of choice. Not been very successful with it at the moment, but Drox gets his first kill on to Tux. Double Molotov is a bit of a waste of money there. That's not good for the side of the T's. Not much money to spare. But PZ covering off perfectly. As Zune is firing some pot shots, and he's dead. That's all she wrote. Pretty successful round for ground 0. The best they've looked all game. And they're looking to close off 11-5 for the half. It would be a good half. It would be a good way to close it off. And Tux gets a pretty clean kill. Cairo follows up on a vision, and it starts to fall apart on the side of ground 0. Not what they would have hoped for heading into the 12th and final round here. But they change up the targets. PZ pushing with the AWP. Very close onto those mid doors. Apoc sitting and waiting for somebody to get a bit eager on short. Not going to happen. Cairo sitting with a smoke instead. Throws one and a high flash. Shot in the back of the head is Drox, and another one comes face to face. 8-4 for Mindfreak. As we get the second half underway. Ground zero now defending. Mindfreak on the attack. And for ground zero, we've got 2 in B, 1 in CT, 1 on short, who's already been shot at. 1 holding long. Bomb is prepped to throw a smoke. Bomb is on Zune. Three now are currently sitting. And the push is coming through. A Molotov is thrown onto Apoc. Crunchy picks up that kill. Struggling to get the kill on Drox there, but Swierson pushes through the window, holds the window. Got 2 in CT, Tux is in the thick of it. Swierson finding back the best he can, but Vision picks up 2. It's now a 2-on-2. This is looking very likely here for ground zero. Can they get a pistol round? No. Crunchy holding on only just with 1 HP. It's impossible to get any closer than that. Scout very quickly in the hands of Damio, sees a player in suicide. At the moment, it's a quick push on to A long, but fortunately for the CTs, there's 3 of them sitting waiting by. It's a quick push onto the site. The MAC-10 is already close up, and they're fighting through with the Galils. Bit of team damage there from Swierson onto Tux. Ultimately, Vision finishes off Cairo with 1, Swierson with a double. Apoc comes back with 1, but Crunchy and Zune close it off. And that is a quick 10th for Mindfreak. And ground zero definitely have their backs up against the wall at the moment. Three-two split here for the T's. Mindfreak going to be mixing it up a little bit. One of them coming back. T-spawn. Going to be playing around suicide. The bomb is on B. The majority of the CTs for game zero, ground zero, my apologies, are on the B side, making a shift back to CT. Are they going to be playing the retake? Interesting choice. Vision the first to fall. Very claustrophobic here, the CTs, as there's a lot of them together and a lot of them fall. Tux with a 3k. Swierson with 1, Cairo with another. 11th round for Mindfreak. Looking all but certain now. Ground Zero not finding much success on their map pick, which of course is unfortunate to see. That being said, though, Zune picks up Vision very early, runs away with 52 HP. Slight nade damage on... And Tux is dead. Apok had something to say about that. A flash comes over. Not sure why we're looking at Cairo. We're looking at nothing. Zune is pushing through the smoke. Throws a Molotov onto short. Swears and picks up Apok. The Molotov dies out. Damio sitting very close in the smoke. Meanwhile, Easy holding the long angle. Is he looking to save this AWP? Maybe not. Zune is dead. PZ is going to be pushing up with the AWP. It is definitely not the gun you want, but he's probably going to pick up that M4. He's not. A boost comes through. Cairo. Successful. They know where he is. The smoke goes down. Is he going to try the jump shot? He sure is, but he's not successful with it. Not successful with the no-scope. 2 no-scopes, and Cairo is successful on the knife. That's $1,500 in the back pockets of the terrorists who are leading the charge 4-12. And it looks like that is going to be the end of it. As a timeout comes for the terrorists. You've got one more round to go, but you don't want to throw it away. A comeback is still possible. Comeback is always possible until the 13th round comes across the line. Timeout comes to a close. We edge closer towards round 17. Map and series point for Mindfreak. They've played an incredible game, but of course this is not it for Ground Zero. If they were to lose this, they will move along to the lower round, where they will be playing against Flat Earth, who were not successful in putting a team together for their game against Semperfire. Mindfreak, of course, will be playing up against Semperfire if they get this across the line, which it all but looks like that's the case. Taking it slow, taking it steady, but very claustrophobic there at the bottom of mid. Around the B doors and short. Got 5 out of the 10 players there. Top of mid is being held by 2 more. One of those carries the bomb. The first shot comes out from Tux. Second from Swears, and Vision gets one back. Crunchy onto another Zune, and it is a 1v4 as they've run straight past him. They have run straight past Apok. And he's behind one. There's another one there. He gets one of them, but he's not able to get the second. And Cairo is the final kill onto Apok. And that is the game closed. 13-4 for Mindfreak. Goes up against very well with their previous map score, 13-8 on their own map pick of Nuke. That is a 2-0 for Mindfreak. Ground Zero will be facing off Flat Earth tomorrow night.